You got to look at what they're doing.
Right.
And the fact that, oh, we're taking 200 of 3,000 out of Minnesota. And then this evening, just moments ago, to the audience of one, as Alicia pointed out, reassuring him, oh, no, mass deportations, we're still going on with that. If you're an illegal alien, first off, the only alien are Holman and his thugs. Those are the aliens here, because this is not the American spirit or the American way. How do you, every day, walk into that building across the hall, knowing that you are surrounded by a bunch of individuals who don't give a damn about who you represent being there, and don't give a damn about the people out there who are scared and frightened right now, whose kids won't go outside and play, who are concerned about their parents taking them to school because they may get snatched up by ICE? What do you say to them? What do we do in this moment? How should we characterize this when Mr. Holman is telling us I'm saying us, not just Hispanics and other people of color, but all of us, you're on the list and you're an alien, you're gone.
You know, it amazes me that I'm in a room with a bunch of people who have no empathy and seemingly no understanding. And so what I keep telling the community members at large, if you have a representative that is not representing your interests, that aren't representing your communities, then get rid of them. We have an opportunity in the midterm to do that. Like, the way ICE is treating people is inhumane. It is without regard and without any empathy or feeling, but it's also against our Constitution. And so when we look at the law, that everyone has due process. This administration is choosing not to adhere to the law, period. And what we're doing is, we have press conferences and we're telling Noam to get out. Miller needs to get out. When we're assuming, and I think incorrectly, that Noam is the one that is creating policy. I don't think she has the bandwidth to do that. No. I think Stephen Miller, and he's just a weird little man who has a lot of power and has been empowered to do that.
To him directly.
Absolutely. And that's where we have to continue to fight for the people who sent us here and get rid of those who aren't doing their job and allowing our country to become neighborhoods and communities that are living in constant fear.
Melanie Stansbury, Congresswoman, she had just some very pointed comments yesterday in this forum that Democrats held on Capitol Hill. I want you all to take a listen to what she had to say about ICE.
Over the last year, over 37 individuals have died in immigrant detention. Multiple people have been murdered and gunned down in the street. We have 3 individuals in front of us here today who, in front of the entire world, their lives were shattered. And this was not an accident or of lack of training. This is the policy of the United States government, and it is being paid for by your tax dollars.
Congresswoman Melanie Stansbury of New Mexico, she makes a very important and I think pointed point here. We keep hearing a lot about how people just need more training. But it seems to me that Secretary Noem is unable to rein in the rogue elements of the organizations within her agency. And that is why there has to be a serious conversation about should they continue to have funding. And I mean they, Customs and Border Patrol. I think there should be a conversation about should they be funded more than 100 miles from the border? Because they are the ones that are also wreaking terror on Americans. This is not the same organization. Or maybe it is.
Training is important, but leadership is more important. What we're seeing is from the top, and the ICE agents and the Border Patrol officers that are involved in the Minneapolis operation and around the country understand what they're supposed to do. Secretary Noem isn't trying to rein them in. They have a quota that they're supposed to meet every day. They're supposed to get 3,000 arrests. They're supposed to get 1 million deportations a year. They can't do that if they're not doing some of what they're doing. There simply aren't enough people with criminal backgrounds to arrest to meet the quotas.